Edward to the rescue. Edward is a happy blue tender engine who enjoys whatever job he's given, especially jobs that involve working on the island of Sodor. Edward helped the other engines over the hill when they got stuck as the banker engine, especially Gordon, the big engine. Edward loves pulling his vintage train, Aurora, Ariel, Anna, and Victoria along his branch line. But he often pulls the goods train while one of the engines is asked to take over his passenger duty. Edward sometimes wishes he could pull his vintage train more often, but he was worried that Sir Topham Hatt might say no to him, so he carried on his usual work. One day, Sir Topham Hatt came to see him. "Edward, it is going to be extra busy at the coal mines today, so I would like you to go to the coaling plant and help Horwich." "Yes, sir," said Edward happily, and he puffed away. Horwich was waiting for Edward when he arrived at the coal mines. "Hello, Edward," twittered Horwich. "I'm glad you're here to lend some extra buffers. There's a lot of work that needs to be done." "How come it's so busy today?" asked Edward. "The miners are going to be exploding the old tunnels just to see what they can find," explained Horwich. "So," he went on, "you and I will be shunting and taking freight cars in and out of the mines." Edward was delighted in agreement. Two engines were soon busy all morning. They would shunt empty freight cars into the mine, and then take them out when they were full. Soon it was lunchtime, and everyone took a break. "Horwich," Edward asked, "can I tell you something?" "Of course you can, Edward," replied Horwich. "What's on your mind?" Edward told him about his vintage train he mostly pulled. "Why's that?" Horwich asked. "I just feel like I should have been located on my branch line," said Edward. "I did work there pretty well, and it's very special to me." "Then why don't you ask Sir Topham Hatt?" suggested Horwich. "I want to," replied Edward, "but I'm worried that he might say no." Horwich scoffed doubtfully. "Edward, Sir Topham Hatt would do anything to make his engines happy, so I'm sure he'll understand once you ask him." "Okay, then," said Edward. "As soon as I see Sir Topham Hatt, I'll ask him." Just then, the coaling plant manager came. "Okay, everyone," he called. "Lunchtime's over. Back to work now." So everyone was back at work, and Edward was in his mind, thinking how to tell Sir Topham Hatt. "Let's see," he thought. "How can I tell him?" Meanwhile, further down the line, some of the miners thought it would be a great idea if they sold some dynamite. "This way," one of them said, "we can get through the tunnel much easier, much quicker too." "I'm not too sure about this," said the other. "Don't worry about it, we'll be fine." So one of the miners placed the dynamite on the wall and set the flame on the fuse. "Get clear, quick!" shouted the miner. They ran out. The dynamite exploded the hole in the wall, shaking the ground. "What was that?" cried Edward. "An explosion?" When the dust cleared, there was now a hole at the end of the tunnel. "See," said the miner, "nothing to worry about." But there was a rumbling sound. "Oh no," said the other fat miner. "Clear the mine!" shouted the manager. "It's starting to collapse." And it was. "Everyone, hop on the cars!" whistled Edward. "I'll get you all out of here." The miners all jumped into Edward's cars. He was just about to pop out when, "Help! Wait for us!" "Get in quickly!" shouted Edward bravely. The man did so. Then, Edward raced out of the mine as quickly as he could. Luckily, no one was hurt, but everyone was shaken up. Soon, Sir Topham had rushed into the scene. "How could this happen?" yelled the manager. "Does anyone know?" "It's our fault, sir," said the three miners. "We sold some dynamite to try and get the job done quicker," said the thin miner. "Yes," said the fat miner. "But if it wasn't for Edward, everyone would have been trapped inside." Then the manager explained what Edward had done. Sir Topham was amazed. "I'm very proud of you, Edward. Thanks to your quick thinking, you got everybody out of the mines. You are a really useful engine and a hero." "Thank you very much, sir," said Edward. "I never thought I would be called a hero. But like the time I rescued James from becoming a runaway engine due to the careless boys, and I brought the visitors home during my breakdown on the stormy night." "Just like you once told me," said Horwich. Then he spoke to Sir Topham Hatt. "Sir," he said, "I think Edward deserves a reward. He might have something in mind." "That's a very good idea, Horwich," agreed Sir Topham Hatt. "Well, Edward," he said to an old engine, "is there anything you would like?" "If it's okay, sir," Edward puffed, "can I pull Aurora, Ariel, Anna, and Victoria more often? You know, back on my branch line? I don't get to work there that much, and it's one of my favorite jobs on your railway." "Of course you can," said Sir Topham Hatt. "I need another engine for a while. I can have you back on your passenger duty, want?" "I would like that very much, sir," said Edward happily. Aurora, Ariel, Anna, and Victoria were delighted to see Edward again. He now does whatever job he's given, and the engines on Edward's branch line were very happy that he was with them. Edward couldn't have been happier.